First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Williams now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Penix gonna throw right away. That one is caught by Mooney. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, Penix. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Third and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now the second-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. They'll motion over Thielen. A second down throw for Young. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Young. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st down is Young. He'll get this to his tight end, Ja'Tavion Sanders. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
On the bootleg, it's Young. Off he goes, and he's in! Bryce Young, touchdown Carolina.
That's just such an athletic play by an NFL quarterback, Mike, and you can see he tried to remain a passer as long as possible, but once it became clear there was nowhere to go with the ball, he puts it down and decides to do the rest with his legs, and he's able to take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers move out to a 7-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready for their second possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Young. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Throwing on second down, Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Young. He's going to take a shot down the field. And on third down, that ball incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And now it's fourth down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. To return is Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2. Slot man in motion left. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop. And that beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Taking off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
On Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Penix. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are going to extend their first quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. The motion man is Sanders. On 2nd down, Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leakett. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Moore going in motion. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 13-7, is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Moore going in motion. To throw is Young. Catch made by Thielen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Young. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. The motion man is Sanders. Here's Young to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Penix. And this will be incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. Penix gonna throw again. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's gonna be taken down short of the marker, and that is gonna set up an interesting 4th down decision. The Falcons getting their punter out there. Raheem Blackshear is set to return for the Panthers. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll send their tight end left. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here with Hubbard. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down. The motion man is Sanders. On 1st down is Young. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Third and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down. Sending a receiver right. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff. Hubbard heading right. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, Young. They go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. They'll go again with Hubbard. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. The motion man is Sanders. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will tie up the game. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. On 2nd down, Penix. Now he'll run. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Penix. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. They'll throw. It's Penix. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Velus Jones going to bring it out. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. First and 10. Throwing is Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Panthers offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Panthers. The kick is good, so add one more, and they will take a first half lead into the locker room. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half. but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Tremble comes in motion. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Tremble comes in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To throw, Young. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers will extend their 3rd quarter lead. So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. McLeod now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And that is lead. The Falcons send their punting unit out, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here's Young. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The nice thing about these crossing routes, Mike, is it doesn't stress your protection. It's a very easy, high percentage completion for the quarterback, and when done right, you can get the ball into the hands of your receiver in open space with a lot of room to run after the catch.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That one complete to Leggett. Second and a yard. On the bootleg, it's Young. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Out of the shotgun, Young. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And really nice catch here by Leggett, and these are the weapons that they're trying to continue to surround Bryce Young with. He didn't have a lot to work with his rookie year, and now in comes a first-round draft pick. Big, physical, great with the ball in his hands, can really go up and compete. It took him a few years at South Carolina to put it all together. But this past season as a senior, second in the SEC in receiving yards with over 1,200. So this is a guy that has big playability, and He's going to be a big part of this Panthers offense going forward.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, it's Young. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Young to throw. Catch made by Thielen. And he's going to be taken down. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. On the give. It's Hubbard. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hubbard. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown Carolina. Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. McLeod now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third down and 9. Throwing is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I really like the 3rd down screen play. I thought it was a good call You're hoping that your running back is able to pick up those extra yards to convert the first down. But in this case, he's tackled short, and it brings up fourth down.
The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On the give, it's Hubbard. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On play action, Young. And that is incomplete. Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This is taken at the 25. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. We'll go play action now with Penix. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Penix on 3rd down. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Falcons will cut into that lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run it here with Hubbard. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tremble comes in motion. On 2nd down, Young. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll go play action with Young. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll throw. It's Penix. And that'll be batted down.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down. They'll run here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Penix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Loose inside the 30. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
It almost feels in today's game, if you aren't a dynamic runner with the ball in your hand, you can't play. And I'll tell you what, Mike, that was never my thing. I'm not sure if I would have been as good in today's game.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he will score! Game on! Michael Penix! Touchdown Falcons! 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often.
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They bring their tight end right. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here with Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that'll set up fourth down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success, and that's what we saw here.
Now, 2nd and 4. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Here's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
From the gun, it's Penix. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to even the score late. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Now he takes off. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
When you're game planning during the week for a mobile quarterback like this, on every down, you have to have somebody to account for him. You can see why here. He's able to escape the pocket, turn into a runner, and he can take every play and make it a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. That one knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. Another try, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Young. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Important punt here in this tie game late. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
They'll run with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. To throw is Penix. Open man, left side. He's got it. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock. Here's 1st down. Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. that is hard. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Jones now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll motion over Thielen. On first down is Young. To the right side and corralled by Thielen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Young. And that is incomplete. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They're all set to punt this one away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Young to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. There's a handoff to Hubbard. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.